Looks like StreamYard doesn't want to work with me today for the intro. Let me see if I can get it going right now.
When the night is quiet and shadows fall, I'll be beside you whenever you call. When worries weigh heavy and fears take flight, I'll be your strength, guiding through the night. And when the days are dark and heavy on your heart, I'll be the voice to guide you through the dim. Strong walls may crumble, but within you've got the spark. Just turn the key, let light dissolve the grim. Did you think you were alone in your feelings? Strike a match, let your inner strength be seen. Welcome to all things serious. In the depths of your despair, where demons roam, I'll be the hand to hold. You're never alone. When storms rage fierce and winds blow strong, I'll be the shelter in your soul where you belong. Welcome to all things serious.
Welcome everybody. How are we doing this fine evening? Rosaline, good to see you again. Is this a new channel? Is this a new one? Quick Vic, welcome in. So I want to say hi to everybody before we get this live started. I do have a special guest coming up. He's an artist. He's a friend. He's family. I've known him for 8 years. We're going to talk to the artist known as Real Definitive Music. Welcome in, Aussie True Crime. How are you doing? So I'm going to bring him up on stage right now. So
what's going on, everybody?
So everybody, meet Real Definitive Music.
It's a pleasure to be on here. Thank you very much for having me on.
Is this still buffering quick? Hold on just a second. Hold on. All right. All right. Let me know how it's going. Put one in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear.
It's a bit scratchy, and for some reason it sounds like it's sped up. It's weird, the audio.
All right, let me drop down real quick. How about now?
Still a little choppy.
All right. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. Just hang out, say hi to the community. I'm going to drop off and drop right back in.
Okay. Can everybody hear me okay? Is my connection good? Am I popping in and out? I hope people can hear me. All right, cool. Sweet. What's going on, everybody? It's Real Definitive Music. Man, I've known him for about 8 years now. Wow. That really dated me just now. Time really flies. Jeez. Well, I'm excited to be on. I have a lot to share, and I'm excited for you guys to hear my music. It's been a while. You'll hear about the story. I don't want to take the limelight. I appreciate you. Thank you, Cindy. Sorry if I mispronounce anybody's name. Sorry, I wasn't expecting to just be on the limelight right now. Let's see. I've been doing music since 2016. That's actually when I met Eddie. I went by a different name back then. Still the same acronym. Oh, here we go. Now we're getting the party started.
Am I choppy?
No, that sounded clear.
Turn off the cam. Turn off. All right, turn off your camera. Go ahead and turn off your camera. All right. So, do I sound loud and clear?
Yeah, now it's good.
StreamYard's been giving me an issue. Huh?
Yeah, now you sound great. No choppiness.
Okay.
Perfect speed. Volume's great.
Oh, I was stressing out. I'm stressing. So,
Everything's all good.
okay. So, we're going to play the first song. And then we're going to dissect the song.
Oh, I can't wait.
See, I've been vacant. I think it's time for a comeback, but I've been gone too long, don't know where I'm at. Vacant. My patience is broken, I feel like I'm coasting, don't know how I'm floating, I'm vacant. I think it's time for a comeback, but I've been gone too long, don't know where I'm at. Vacant. My depression been holding me down. Truth of the matter, my pockets weren't getting fatter. I was racking debt faster, lost my job, then my life shattered. What a disaster, it didn't matter if I was broke. Knew I had to step up quickly before I lost all control. Then I slipped up, truly when it mattered the most. Was told to give it up, believing I wouldn't blow. Oh no, now watch me explode. Just leave me alone, indulge in my zone. See, I've been vacant, I think it's time for a comeback, but I've been gone too long, don't know where I'm at. Vacant. My patience is broken, I feel like I'm coasting, don't know how I'm floating, I'm vacant. I think it's time for a comeback, but I've been gone too long, don't know where I'm at. Vacant. My depression been holding me down. Gone away arrested for the second time around. I got caught up on possession, I question what I'm about. Then sent away to rehab April 1st, no April Fools. I am gathering this knowledge for sobriety, these tools. Practically practicing step work every day. Had to admit I was powerless, not much else I can say. I cannot control the alcohol or drugs to numb my pain, so I must commit to abstinence forever as I pray. See, I've been vacant, I think it's time for a comeback, but I've been gone too long, don't know where I'm at. Vacant. My patience is broken, I feel like I'm coasting, don't know how I'm floating, I'm vacant. I think it's time for a comeback, but I've been gone too long, don't know where I'm at. Vacant. My depression been holding me down. Lost myself among the race of life far away. I never thought I had a problem or fix it along the way. Gerald Trotman helped me piece the puzzle scattered in my brain. Words cannot describe the gratitude I have for you today. Rehabilitation is my situation, black clouds, aggravation pressing on my patience cannot hold me down. Separation taking me away from music, watch how I'm about to explode like a volcano, you better look See, out. I've been vacant, I think it's time for a comeback, but I've been gone too long, don't know where I'm at. Vacant. My patience is broken, I feel like I'm coasting, don't know how I'm floating, I'm vacant. I think it's time for a comeback, but I've been gone too long, don't know where I'm at. Vacant. My depression been holding me down. Setting up my first release, I'll raise the bar, I can't decrease the way I speak or energy abilities to show no weakness. Actually, I'm quite happy I've been through hell, now I found peace inside these walls. Anxiety with hell from God I can't defeat. All these demons haunting me, they tell me relapse constantly. I've come so far I can't repeat. My drug abuse, I'll see defeat. I don't want to, I disagree. I see no good, so actually I'll hold my ground and hit my knees and pray to God to let me be. I've been vacant, I think it's time for a comeback, but I've been gone too long, don't know where I'm at. Vacant. My patience is broken, I feel like I'm coasting, don't know how I'm floating, I'm vacant. I think it's time for a comeback, but I've been gone too long, don't know where I'm at. Vacant. My depression been holding me down. See, I've been vacant.
All right. So let's talk about baking. What was the inspiration behind that track, Bacon?
The biggest inspiration for me was before I had gone into rehab and started my journey with recovery, I had tried to make music to no avail. I would start a project, I would get through the first verse and the hook, and I would just get writer's block. And I would start a new project, I get the first verse, I get the hook, and I get writer's block. And it would just happen over and over and over again, endlessly. And when I went into rehab, I even still there was trying to write. And again, I'd get a hook, a verse, and I would just get writer's block. So eventually it came to my mind. I was like, all right, I guess I just can't make music anymore. And one day I had picked up this half-written project called Vacant, and I remembered the hook, I remembered the verse, and I was like, I'm gonna finish this song. And I spent the next week writing to it and practicing it. And ironically, there was like this talent show that was going on at the rehab that I was at, and I asked if I could perform my song, and I performed it for the whole rehab. And that's really the biggest inspiration from it. That I was gone, and I didn't think that I could continue making music again. And by the grace of God, I was able to write that song and get to where I am today.
So you used basically you being in rehab helped you clear your mind.
Absolutely.
You know, laying a path for a new you. So, backstory. Um, how I met RDM, Real Definitive Music. It was in 2016. I had been sober 5 years when I met RDM. Can I just tell them your real name, your first
Oh
name?
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. It's a
So
lot shorter.
Kevin, everybody, welcome Kevin. Okay. So when I met Kevin, all right, he was young. What, 18, 19?
I think I just turned 20.
Okay, 20. And we met him up. I forget, somewhere in New Hampshire. We hooked up. We got to meet, and then eventually he came to the studio. Well, getting to know him, I realized he had a drinking problem, and I used to get on his case for it, big time. And that was my fault. That was my flaw, you know. And I used to get on his case instead of just being there for him. I'd get on his case, and I think when you get on somebody's case, it drives them deeper into doing it. So, you know, and he still did his music. His music is fire, by the way. We got another song coming up. But I'm introducing you to the Kevin I met that I know, and then he'll share his story on his interaction with me. Okay. Um, but when I met him, I met me. Believe it or not, I was seeing myself in the mirror at his age, and I was trying to get the, you know, I didn't want him to fall down the path I fell down. And instead of just being an ear and a shoulder and somebody he could just come to and talk to about anything, I was getting on his case about drinking and smoking and everything else, and I think it drove a wedge. In a way, it did. It drove a wedge between the two of us. But I always stayed there to show support. I always stayed beside him to let him know that I cared. You know what I'm saying? I never gave up on him. So now, Kevin, let's talk about when you quit drinking and what you turned to. But we're not going to say the actual. we're going to just say substance, okay? We're going to stick with that word. What were you going through? And you don't have to share it if you don't want to. When you turned to the substance, where were you at in life mentally, so we can share with people?
Do you mean from the very beginning?
Yes.
You know, it's interesting. I always get asked this question, and I can't really remember specifically the, you know, momentary, I don't know, life event or timing where all of a sudden one day I just decided that I wanted to. But I mean, with substances, I had dabbled with them a little bit here and there, but it did grab a hold of me very quickly. I was not really in the best headspace. My mother herself has been battling addiction her entire life. She's good now. She's doing amazing. But when I was not even born yet, she was struggling. And a lot of people call me the miracle child because I had changed her ways once she had found out that she was pregnant with me. So I feel like I genetically had a bad hand dealt to me right off the rip. And it was only a matter of time, I guess, in my life until it had grabbed a hold of me. But when it came to substances, I was just really trying to feel a happiness and try and fill a void, I guess, for possibly even, you know, my father not being there. He had left at a young age, but I don't blame him. He was very young. And I couldn't imagine putting myself in his shoes. But I can't really put it to like a specific moment or event. It just kind of, as soon as I had experienced substances, I was just hooked instantly. And it was just a matter of time until I started experimenting with more substances, and it basically chasing the dragon. As soon as I had felt that first experience, it was just, you know, what's next? You know, how can I continue to feel like this permanently? And it, you know, all the signs were there growing up that I had an issue with substances, but it wasn't really put into light until life-altering experiences had happened because of the drug, the substance abuse. You know, I kind of was a functioning addict. I was just able to continue to do things that I needed to take care of, even though I was still under the influence and inebriated. But eventually I started to lose control of functioning, and it just down spiraled from there.
All right, now we're going to go to the next track. It's called Lost Myself. All right. I want to play this song, and then we'll continue on with this conversation.
Sounds great to me.
I've been gone far too long that I forgot how to write a song. Disappeared, holding on. I've been fixing what was wrong. I was living with people I cannot compare and equal. I really hope there's no sequel. I cannot believe I beat you. Threw myself onto an island trying to find what I have been fighting. Inside it was feeling like I was dying. Now I'd be lying if I said that I was hiding. Regardless, I have just started realizing I could make it in this market. I had to switch up the way that I lived. If I continued, my life would give. Writing this music, I feel like I'm losing my mind. Now it is only a matter of time. Give me some paper, a pen, and I'll rhyme. Practice makes progress, look between the lines. 2016, now that's a rewind. Lost myself with no regrets. I drink all night till I'd forget. Locked inside my mind, I kept inching closer to my death. Lost myself with no regrets. I drink all night till I forget. Locked inside my mind, closer to my death. Don't know why I'm still alive. I thank God every day that I survived. If I told you you'd take that's a lie. Only truth will speak straight from my mind. It's about that time for me to attack. Release a new track. Been gone, now I'm back. Pressure bill won't crack. No time to relax. No time to relapse until I collapse. Spitting what's written until I take flight. Don't know where to turn. I hope it is right. Been lost on my own. I'm searching for light. I found a new home inside of the mic. I took this for granted. My vision was slanted. My mindset is manic depressive. I'm damaged. I'm feeling disparaged like a broken carriage. I answer the call. I'm off of the challenge. I'm done with the lies. I'm sorry I tried to end my own life by sniffing those lines. Not on purpose. I was hurting inside. Numbing the pain from the rest of my eye. Suffering daily. I cannot describe. The level of torture was killing my vibe. Was heading down quickly. I cannot deny. I started to listen by taking advice. Lost myself with no regrets. I drink all night till I forget. Locked inside my mind. I kept inching closer to my death. Lost myself with no regrets. I drink all night till I forget. Locked inside my mind. I kept inching closer to my death.
Wow. Now, we're covering these songs together. This is the first time I'm even listening to these songs. Okay, and I did this on purpose. I did it on purpose for a reason, because I wanted to feel the same feeling. Dude, that hit me.
Thank you so much.
Dude, that track hit me. Wow. You don't realize, I just want to tell you this. That track, I related to it so much, dude. I got tears in my eyes.
That means the world to me.
Wow. You know, if I wish I could have known the pain you were going through back then.
I hid
could
it.
have known.
I hid it from everybody.
I wish I could have known, bro. I wish I could have known. Now, so we've gone through 2016 from when I met you, from the drinking to the substance, right? Now, when it came to you going into rehab, what situation at hand? Because you know what situation I'm talking about. When the situation in your car with an individual, right? Was that the point in life where you needed to make the change, or was it after that situation?
Man, I really wish that was the point. And in my mind, I wanted it to be the point, but addiction's a son of a gun, and it didn't let me go. I held on for another at least 8 months or so, 9 months, until another event had happened that it was like, okay, I have to go.
So let's talk about these events. Let's talk about these events. I remember we hadn't seen each other for a while, right? And you told me, we're not going to talk about the individual themselves, but you told me that your orbital got broken. And that was wild when you told me what happened. Now, was that a situation that went bad?
Ironically, it was just wrong place, wrong time. It was in Manchester. I was on Mammoth Road. I was coming down towards the highway, and it was myself. There was another person in front of me and another person in front of them, and the person in the very front was going like 20 miles an hour, and this is like a 35 mile per hour road. And I don't know why, but for some reason I was under the influence. I don't even remember where I was going. I decided to pass on a double solid yellow and overtake them because I didn't want to wait. And I have a sound system in my car, so I noticed the person that was directly in front of me also passed the same person that was going slow. And I was like, oh, cool, we're buddies now. Like, he was also upset that the person was going slow. Well, that person came up to my window and was very angry looking. But I couldn't hear him because, again, I have my subwoofers. So I decided to pull over. And I don't know what possessed me to get out of my car, but I did. And I was getting up in the dude's face and yelling and swearing, and I don't remember what I said, but he was just like, just get in your car and go. And I don't know what possessed me to push this man, but I did. And he warned me. He said, you don't want this, man. I said, yeah, what are you going to do about it? And next thing I know, I'm in a daze, and I don't know how I didn't get knocked out. I don't know if I hit the ground and I got up. I don't know. All I remember is everything went black. And I remember coming to, leaning against my car with blood leaking out of my face. And I was like, what the heck just happened? And I'm like fumbling around trying to figure things out. And I noticed I can't see. And somehow a thought in my mind came to take my glasses off before I got out of the car. Thankfully, because that probably would have shattered in my eye. But so I grabbed my glasses and I'm fumbling around trying to figure out what the heck just happened. And I noticed that the slow person pulled over too and was just like, hey, you all right? I was just like, yeah, I'm fine. He was just like, all right, well, the cops are on the way. And I'm under the influence. So I'm like, cops, I'm out. Got in my car, drove home, and I went right to sleep. The dumbest thing you could do. I worked overnights at the time. This was at like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon when it had happened. So I get home, go right to sleep. Wake up, go to work, go about my day. And I'm like, my face is still numb. That's interesting. And this was in the time of COVID, right in the middle of it. It was May 2020. So I was talking with a friend of mine, and she was like, you really need to go to the hospital. And I was like, all right, fine. So I went, and I was thinking, maybe I have like a broken nose or something, because there was a lot of blood leaking from my nose. And, I'm waiting around emergency room for like 8 hours in this bubble. It was terrible. But anywho, the woman comes in and she's just like, all right, so you got a fractured orbital floor and a cracked temple, and you're probably going to need facial reconstruction surgery. I was like, what the heck are you talking about? What did you just say to me? I was like, I don't know what the heck that means. I was just like, I thought I had a broken nose. She goes, oh, no, your nose is fine. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's great. It's wonderful. My nose is fine, but I got a fractured, whatever the heck you just said. What does that mean? And she's like, well, your orbital is your whole eye socket, and the floor of it is the bottom piece. Whenever you got hit, that just shattered completely and cut the nerve endings in there. And also my temple had gotten cracked. She said I was very lucky to be alive. And, that should have been the point in my life where I was like, maybe I have a problem and I should go get help. But I did not. And then 2 weeks later, I was driving again. And long story short, I got in this crazy altercation with my mom's husband. He put me in a headlock and he was trying to choke me out. And I had like a full beer can in my hand. It was a 24 ounce. I hadn't opened it yet. And he put me in the headlock, and I had just gotten the surgery from the facial injury. So I was just like, dude, you got to let me go. Like, my face hurts. And he was determined to try and knock me out. So the only thing I could do at that moment, he's a big dude. He's like 6'3", he's like 300 pounds. Like, he's huge. And I mean, now I'm going to the gym, so like now I'm bigger and I've got muscle. But back then I was just a little twig. So, I was like life or death in that moment. So the only thing I could do was I just started hitting him off the head with the beer can, and eventually he let go. And I ran up to my room and I was trying to look for my shoes and my keys so I could leave. And I closed the door, I locked it behind me, and I'm looking for my shoes, can't find them, found my keys. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like looking for my shoes. I hear a boom. I turn around, my whole door is split in half. I was like, I gotta go. So I just burst through the door, somehow get past them, jump over the railing, go down the stairs, get in my car, and go to the gas station. I'm belligerent on the phone with my aunt, telling her what just happened. She's on the way. She lives in Arlington, Massachusetts, to Manchester. That's like an hour and a half drive. So I'm sitting at the gas station and I'm just chilling there, and I'm supposed to wait for her to come. And I don't know what possesses me to start heading to this girl's house. So I started to head to this girl's house. I put my music on, I'm jamming out, and she starts calling me, and I'm getting annoyed. So I'm like trying to hang up the phone. I look up, there's a telephone pole. I'm like, oh shit. So before I could even think, boom, I smash right into the telephone pole. Beer can open up in the console, splashes me in the face. Airbags go off. There's smoke everywhere. I was like, I gotta go. This is the middle of the daytime on Hanover Street, big city. There's like tons of traffic, cars going everywhere. My tires flat, fluids leaking everywhere. Somehow I managed to get the car back on, drive up around the corner. I get out my car. The first thing I can think of, get rid of the beer can. So I look over, I throw it in a bush. And the moment I turn around, there is an entire family cooking out, grilling, staring at me. I'm like, dude, you have got to be kidding me right now. And we kind of just sit there and stare at each other for like 3 seconds. And she's like, you want to wait for the cops to come? And I'm like, no. I get in my car. I pull it around another block. I have more substances on me, so I'm just shoving everything in the glove box. Mind you, I'm still barefoot. I've got these bright neon red shorts on. I get out of my car, close the door, lock it, and I was like, I don't know what to do. So I just start running back to the gas station that I just left from, and, you know, the rest is history from there. Thankfully, by the grace of God, I did not get a DUI. Somehow, in some way, shape, or form, I was able to convince them that because of like me being off balance and stuff was from my facial injury from getting facial reconstruction surgery, not a week before that happened. So by the grace of God, I didn't get arrested for that, but they arrested me for conduct after accident and open container. Again, should have been a wake-up call for me. My aunt actually is the one who bailed me out that day because she was already on her way. She was like 5 minutes out. Like I should have just waited. But anyway, she bails me out. I go to her house and I stay there for a couple of days. And she puts this whole plan together. Now she's a therapist, so like she's really into this kind of stuff. She puts this whole plan of, you know, of a course of action that I'm supposed to take. And she's suggesting that I go to rehab. And I'm like, no, like I can do this. Like give me this opportunity to get my stuff together. And I'll do it. And I made her a promise. I was like, look, if I ever get myself into another situation like this, I promise you I will go to rehab. She's like, okay. And I think it lasted like 3 days before I was right back doing the crazy, stupid stuff again. And another incident happened where I had gotten arrested. And somehow I ended up on the phone with my aunt. And she's like, hey, you remember that promise you made me? And I'm like, ah, crap, I forgot about that. I was like, look, I'm a man of my word. I made you a promise. You tell me where to go, I'll go, and I'll do what needs to be done. So she saved my life. If I never made that promise to my aunt and actually held my word to what she had said, I don't know if I'd be here right now.
Yep. That's awesome. Your aunt, the family is important.
Extremely.
Family is important. So we're going to go to the next track, okay? So I heard a little bit of this one. This one's called Relapse. All right.
I used to always reside in the darkness. Now the sun shines through both the windows in my room. Most of the women that I've been with truly heartless. Being faithful getting hard when you got so many options. Gotta dust the mic off as I'm getting in the lab. Looking to collab, making one hell of a track. Matter of fact, I'm next up, RDM on my hat. That's real definitive music built in this pressure gaining mass. Finding it difficult, losing my breath. Fighting these feelings, this pain in my chest. Facing these demons, why aren't they leaving? I told them to leave me alone. I'm not seeking to go back to hell now that I'm living well. To throw this away after I left the cell. Destroy all my progress while in a hotel. Abandoned sobriety, killing myself. Oh, I cannot relapse. I cannot, no. I cannot relapse. I cannot, no. I cannot relapse. I cannot, no. I cannot relapse. Learning off of my losses, 2 steps back, better watch how I walk and can't do that, then I'm all out of options. Wipe the sweat from my brow, no stopping. I've been on my way since 2017. By myself, I don't have a team. Only family hang around with me till the end, and that's a guarantee. Yeah, yeah, I'm breaking it down. I figured this out. I found a new sound. I'm feeling it now. I fixed up my mouth. Thousands of dollars later, unforgettable how. When you neglect your health, it comes crumbling down. Yeah. Breaking the habit that I'm his habit. I'm an addict, attaching, attacking, latching like I practice. Never satisfied or happy without it. Was really messy, never ending cycle, struggle and craving to make my life complete. Now I'm better off ever since the start. I've accomplished more than ever. Never thought that I would drop another song released, let alone the streak. I'm fortunate to be alive. I'll practice what I preach. No, I cannot relapse. I cannot, no, I cannot relapse. I cannot, no, I cannot relapse. I cannot, no, I cannot relapse.
So, there's a hip hop head in the chat, in the comments, okay? And he's actually from Northern California, Kevin. And his name is NorCal Jim. And he complimented you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That means the world to me.
Yeah. He said, I like the production value of this one. So, now,
Jimmy, sorry.
Go ahead.
Jimmy Hooks Beats is the one who produced that particular track. Jimmy Hooks Beats.
So, what is your sobriety date?
April 1st, 2021. And no, it's not an April Fool's joke. It's a good one to remember. Yes, sir.
Okay. 2 weeks before my birthday.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Month of April. So you're working on coming up on 4 years.
Yes, sir.
That's amazing. That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
I am proud of you. You know that?
Thank you.
So now let's talk about what it was like going into rehab.
Well, the first trip was amazing. The first stop was at McLean Hospital for detox. That wasn't exactly the greatest, but my aunt had known somebody in the industry, so I was able to get a little bit of better treatment. I was able to get my own room. Did not realize how much of a luxury that was until going into other places. But anyways, so I had spent, I think, 8 days detoxing at McLean Hospital. And from there, I went to this place in Petersham, Massachusetts called Knockeg. And it's only a 2-week rehab. You can't do any more. I don't know. So I'd gone into this program, and it's very different than your average rehab. And I didn't know this until I went to the next one. At this particular rehab, you get to keep your phone. You get to keep your own medications, and you're safe. You get to administer them yourself. You get a lot more freedom here than at your traditional rehab. And this was my first stint with rehab. So I thought, oh, this is the way rehab is supposed to be. Like, this isn't that bad. Until I went to the next place. So I had a few options of where my next stop was going to be. They wanted to send me to Florida, and I had already moved back from Florida. I'd stayed there 4 years in Melbourne, and I don't have any family there. I have a car payment here. There's just so much stuff up here that's keeping me here. I was like, I'm not going back to Florida. So I found this place called Recovering Champions on Cape Cod. And I was like, oh, I like this place. The pamphlet looks nice. They're happy. It's like such a foolish decision to make based off a pamphlet. But anyway, I was adamant on going to this particular rehab. And the person there that was assigning me to a place was like, trust me, bro, you don't want to go here. Like, this is not the type of rehab that you'll survive in. And I didn't really understand what he meant until I had gone there. But so I was adamant on going to this particular rehab, and he was like, all right, I'll make it happen. By the end of it, before I had left, he was confident that I'd be all right there, but originally he wasn't, and I wasn't sure why. So when I get to this next rehab, this is the way rehab is supposed to be. They take all your stuff. They take your phone. You do not get that back. At this one, it was weird. The first one that I was at, you weren't allowed to vape, but you were allowed to have cigarettes. And then at the new rehab, you weren't allowed to have. Wait, I forget what it was. Oh yeah. You weren't allowed to. I don't remember, but it had screwed me up, and I had quit smoking, and I'd gone back to smoking because of it. But that's neither here nor there. When I had gone there, it was a long trip too from Petersham. I had slept most of the car ride, and I was just hell bent on getting out of there. I was not happy about the situation. I had no idea that, I wasn't allowed to keep my phone. Any like outside food or drink was to be confiscated. You weren't supposed to keep it. And they like went through all your stuff. If anything had like on the 9th ingredient alcohol in it, like it had to be removed. Like they were very strict on it. And I didn't realize until getting there why, how bad it was. But I'd never been to Cape Cod either. I'd always heard about it from the chips, the potato chips. And I was just like, oh, yeah, sure, Cape Cod. I heard of that place. And I had gotten here about April. It was like towards the end of April. And this was your traditional one. So it was interesting how they set it up. You stay and sleep at this motel. They basically bought out an entire motel. And instead of obviously there being motel guests there, it's just rehab people. So you'd spend your nights and morning there, but then every morning it was like school. You'd get on this bus and you'd go. We were living in Sandwich at the motel, and then we'd get on a bus and go to Falmouth for like, it was basically like school. Like you'd have breakfast in the morning, and then throughout the day you'd go to each different class, and it would be like a different topic. It would be like, different ways to adapt and all this stuff with recovery. And I was just having a really difficult time. Family was the biggest support group that I had, and not being able to have my phone really took that support group away from me. So it really felt like it was detrimental to me. But honestly, it was kind of a blessing in disguise, because getting away from social media for a while was actually pretty good. And to actually use your phone, you'd have to stay back at the school area for the second bus to come. And by the time you got back to the rehab, you had like an hour before you had to go to bed and then start the day over again. So they had you on a very strict schedule with stuff. And then eventually I was able to get into sober living, which was a battle for me to get into. Eventually I did. And I was staying at a sober living house, and eventually I had found a job, and it was a very strict schedule. I don't know how I balanced it, because 3 days a week after work, I'd have to go to the rehab school and have like classes. And it was just like this everyday, constant, always doing something and not having much time to rest for myself, which honestly was a good thing, because it kept me busy and not dwelling with my mind. But honestly, coming to Cape Cod was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. It really saved my life, and it's beautiful over here. Just the opportunities that I was given and how everything landed with my living situation. It's just been a miracle, and I couldn't be more grateful to God and, everybody who's helped get me here today.
So NorCal says, I also own, run a few low sober living facilities in Florida.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I know
Now
Florida's big with it.
Last track. We're not ending the interview, but we're going to get to the last track. Now, in the description below, welcome in, Manda Panda. Thank you for being here. Can you hear me now? Let me check my audio settings.
Just sounded like you were a little far from the mic for a second.
Let me check my mic settings.
Now it sounds crystal.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Is that better?
Oh, that's crystal clear.
Is that louder?
Yes.
Okay. I go into my mic settings and the volume was down to 34. Ah,
That explains it.
oh my. Yes, it was down to 34 instead of at 100. All
How
right,
can you-
so I want to get to this last track, right? And then I want to talk some more.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. So this song is called Let It Go. And then, actually, no, there's going to be one more track, his most recent one. So we'll play this one first.
And no, it's not the one by Frozen.
Yes, I'm feeling blessed and I'm focused on my own progress. One day at a time, I do my best. One chance in this life, you know the rest. Got a bad attitude, I must confess. But I'm working at it daily, cleaning up this mess. There's nobody that can save me if I take that step. That's why I pray to God daily, I don't break my neck. Flipping and slurring my words, that was absurd. Driving, my vision was blurred. Never knew what had occurred. Tripping and sipping liquor, that is my curse. Never can I go reverse. Shifted through gears in my verse, that is a first. No time to depart in a hearse. That was my worst, to satisfy my own thirst. Breaking the habit, hate that I'm an addict. Was out of control, is insane. Now look where I'm at. Matter of fact, I think this is where I'll remain. I lost my way a long time ago. Lost my grip, let it slip. Oh no. Here we go again and again, so slow. I had to make a change and I had to let it go. I lost my way a long time ago. Lost my grip, let it slip. Oh no. Here we go again and again, so slow. I had to make a change and I had to let it slip up out of my mind. Craving these feelings I must leave behind. Dragging my feet, I had to delete. Procrastination is what it did be. It's never complete, nor is it done. Repeat every week, it's not meant to be fun. Seeking out peace is all that I want. Deleting anxiety, focusing on how I attack, avoid a relapse. Running through scenarios, a miracle I'm into. Outlast all on my dark past. How about I finally get back up on the stage and light up this match? Yeah, and I know that I won't come down. Won't come down. There's too much involved for my sound, for my sound, for my sound. I know without doubt this beyond is for certain, for certain, for certain. I feel like right now this is all that's important. I lost my way a long time ago. Lost my grip, let it slip. Oh no. Here we go again and again, so slow. I had to make a change and I had to let it go. I lost my way a long time ago. Lost my grip, let it slip. Oh no. Here we go again and again, so slow. I had to make a change and I had to let it go. Let it go, let it go. And I had to let it go, let it go, let it go. And I had to let it go, let it go, let it go. And I had to let it go, let it go, let it go. And I had to let it go, 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 let it go.
So I like that one. I like how you say you have to let it go.
Thank you.
Sometimes you got to let the past go. All right. Thank you for being here, NorCal. Thank you for being here. You said have to leave for my D's Christmas choir event. Talk about change and gears. Have a great evening, y'all.
Thank you so much for being here with us and listening to my music and complimenting me with the nice flow and also with the production value of the other one. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Rosaline, are you still in here? Just need to know.
And have fun at the Christmas choir event.
Okay. Give me just a second. I got to do something real quick. Good night, Mom. All right, I got to do something real quick because I don't know why she's not. There we go. I took care of it. All right, so back to the conversation, okay? So when I talk about sobriety, you know, I talk about my breaking point. Yours, you made a promise to your aunt and you kept it. One thing I know about you is when you say you're going to do something, 9 times out of 10, you come through. That's one thing I can say about you, Kevin, is you keep your word.
Thank you.
And if you can't, you usually reach out and say, hey, this happened, or this happened, and you can't do it. Which is very important because a lot of people don't do that. Okay? A lot of people don't do that. When you give your word and you don't follow through with it, and you don't even reach out and say, hey, this came up or this came up and I can't do it, you know, that's called respect. And one thing about Kevin is he has respect, you know. So since you sobered up, since you have been sober, what was reality like? First 6 months of sobriety. What was reality like? Was it difficult or was your mind still foggy? What was it like?
At first, it was a really great thing being able to finally get a clear head and be able to think clearly and think straight. I had a court case that was looming over my head for a good majority of my stint at rehab. So that was really like this impending doom cloud that I had. But I remember actually I had fallen asleep one day in one of our classes, and I remember getting woke up by my case manager and being like, "Oh, they dropped the case." I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And he was just like, "Oh, you know, your court case, like it's dropped, like you're good." I was like, "What? There's no way! Like I breached my previous conditions, and like how is that even possible?" And they're like, "It's done. You're good to go now." And at that moment, it was like it was really just it was like a groundbreaking moment. Like it was my second chance, and that I really had another ability to make things right this time. And you know, I stayed very focused, especially with trying to get my music back going again. The biggest hindrance with the music is obviously finances, and that's obviously still a thing today. But the fact of the matter is that I was able to do music again, and you know that's where Vacant came in. I thought that it was gone and that I would never be able to get it back again, and I by the grace of God I was still able to have that gift within me and try and help spread that message to others. Previously, when I was making music, it was very vulgar. I wasn't necessarily talking about recovery. I was, you know, glorifying the substance abuse. But now I've taken a complete left turn, and you know, I'm trying to help others. Maybe not because I would love to help people avoid going through what I went through, but if I can be a help, you know, if I can show them that, you know, this isn't the end, and you know, so long as we're still alive, we're able to make the next best choice to continue with our sobriety or even start it and get help. That's the biggest thing. But it was a bit of a challenge, especially not having my phone. That I had no idea how much of a culture shock that was, just getting your phone taken away and only getting to use a phone to call someone like once a week, and you had to like sign up for it, and it was just a whole different reality over there that I was not used to. But some of my family members had gone through that. So it was really touching to be able to communicate with them and have them know exactly how I was feeling, because they too were in my shoes, back in the day.
Amanda Panda, thank you for being here. Miss Tom, Miss Tom said, I just came in on 6 months of sobriety. Hooray.
Thank you so much.
So Amanda Panda said, for some reason, my mother decided not to go live tonight and promoted your channel. Guess there was a reason I was meant to be here. She also said, thank you for sharing your lyrics.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
So there's one more song I want to share. This is his most recent song. Okay. Hold on.
And there will be a music video for it on the 20th in 9 days.
All right. So for those of you who don't know, and if you love his music and you want to show support, his links are in the description below, in the video description below, all his links. Okay, so this song is called Get Down. And on the 20th, there will be a music video attached to this song. And even if he's not here, I will pull the music video up on my channel. I have some things I want to share after this video that me and Kevin talked
This mental fog, there's a cloud in my mind. I've been running around in circles for the last damn time. Now I know I can't go back. There's a heart attack waiting to snap. The pressure's bad, so I'm running up this track. Catch me in the corner cooking favorites. I am now one of the greatest. Not yet, prosper, moving up into the majors. Maybe later procrastinated a bit hard. Now it's time I make this change before it all falls apart. Back then I really didn't have a motive. Broken down, changed my life, now I'm focused. Don't have a crown or a throne to bestow, so I'm working on my grind every day. Let's go. Been around breaking it down, feeling the sound of me that hasn't figured out. I'm done messing around, serious now, bed at the bottom of the ground, moving up out of my town, moving mass was well found on the map. Program it now, think of the Lord, I finally be proud. How can I get down? How can I get down? Said I cannot get down. How can I? How can I? How can I? How can I get down? How can I get down? Said I cannot get down. How can I? How can I? How can I? I can knock him down cause I'm always staying up. Got my feet up off the ground, been practicing on my jump. Been walking up on these styles, you know I'm just having fun. There's no way that I'm backing up will be remembered as a jump on or relate with all the grace. It's not too late to make this game, making mistakes is what it takes in order to make it, no debate. Now at this rate, there's no escape, accelerated to a state. I'll activate and calculate a checkmate to celebrate. That's the way that it's been going. Top notch on the clock, I've been growing. There's no slowing, now I'm open all the time. Used to lie, cause commotion, wrecking havoc every night. Now I sit at home in my zone, writing music on my phone, all alone from the thoughts up in my dome. Hardened like a stone, broken bones on my own cyclone. Unknown, not belonging till you're shown. How can I get down? How can I get down? Said I cannot get down. How can I? How can I? How can I? How can I get down? How can I get down? Said I cannot get down. How can I? How can I? How can I? How can I? My hands have all the seat. It's no wonder I can sleep. Now I'm on the better days. Ever since I got clean, ever since I got arrested, pray to God to save me from my misery and suffering from this disease. That's addiction, not a joke. Until you see it for yourself, hold your throat. I wouldn't wish it upon an enemy, no. Remember to watch your friends and always keep your family close. How can I get down? How can I get down? Said I cannot get down. How can I? How can I? How can I? How can I get down? How can I get down? Said I cannot get down. How can I? How can I? How can I? How can I?
Oh, your mic is muted, Eddie.
Oh. So, Miss Tom, Kevin has been sober almost 4 years now. Almost 4 years. So when you came into the channel, we were talking about at the time of his recovery, you know, and we were going down a timeline because the person up on panel, Kevin, aka Real Definitive Music, I've known him for 8 years. I've known him for 8 years. So before this live started, we were in the background talking, catching up on some old times, cracking some jokes. And I asked him a question. I said, "Hey, do you think you can put together a track about mental health and all things serious for my channel so I can have a song for this channel, a theme song?" And he said yes. So from now on, when he's done with the song, I'm not going to pressure him on how long it takes, because you know an artist takes time. Okay. You know, I will have a theme song for this channel. What's going on, Jeremy? How you doing? So I'll have a theme song for this channel, and I'll have his links in the description to share support, because you know, listening to your story, Kevin, listening to your story, bro, was amazing. You know, if you were standing here right now, bro, I'd give you a huge hug.
Thank you so much, Eddie. It means a lot to me. I love you, man.
You know, and I'm glad you're still here to share your story. I am so thankful, because I didn't know the pain you were going through. I really didn't. You know, so, boy, it got me, my eyes watery.
Well, thank you for never giving up on me and always being here for me. It means a lot to me.
I'm just glad you never gave up on yourself.
Me too.
You know, I'm glad that you'd pull through. And that's all I thought about, is you pulling through, because you have a gift. You know, you're a storyteller. You have a gift. You have a lot to offer people. Everybody in chat, you have something to offer somebody. You don't know it. They don't know it. But you have something to offer somebody. So, but I want to thank you guys for being here. And Kevin, thank you for coming up and sharing your story.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Now, before we let go, do you have anything that you want to share? Any projects coming up? Any albums coming up? Anything you want to share?
Well, first and foremost, I just want to say thank you very much for having me on the show. This is honestly the best interview I've ever had, and I can't wait to be back. This was incredible, and your show, what you do for people, it's unbelievable, and I'm really proud of you, and I hope to continue to see this. You do this for years to come. So thank you, and thank you to everybody in the chat for coming and for all of your commenting, and for taking the time to listen to my story and my music. Without you, I wouldn't be here. So thank you. In terms of news for me, one of the most important things is I have my own website coming out very soon. It's almost completely finished. It's just a matter of buttoning up a few things. I'm trying to coincide it with the release of my music video, but I'm not 100% sure. But it will be finalized before the end of the year. So it will be 100% live, ready to go. It's going to have a bunch of different stuff on there. So I'm really excited for that. Obviously, Get Down, the very last song that you heard, There's going to be a music video dropping on the 20th at 12 in the afternoon. It's Friday. So I'm excited for that. That's a really good project. My best friend, Brendan McGowan, filmed and edited that himself. In terms of new music, I have a collaboration with a pretty well-known artist, but I'm keeping the name under wraps for now, just until I get everything finalized, because I want to make sure that it is ready to go before counting my chickens before they hatch, so to speak. And then I've got other collaborations in the works, and I haven't made an album yet. So I think that is the next foreseeable thing that's going to drop, because I've made, I think, 20 singles released on all my streaming platforms. So I think it's about time I get an album into going.
And we can do when your album is done. Thank you, Manda Panda, for subscribing to his channel.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So he has 2 different YouTube channels. So if you look up, I'll put both links in chat. Okay. So hold on.
Yeah, one is my
channel. This channel right here that I'm dropping, this link, is his topic channel. So every time he comes out with a single, you can listen to it on that channel. That's his topic channel. Let me go to his other channel. Give me just a second. When he drops his music video on the 20th, you said?
Yes.
When he drops his music video on the 20th, the link I just dropped will be the link for his music video on the 20th.
Thank you, Eddie.
So, but I can't wait until you get the album done and you start touring and doing shows, and getting your story out there in front of the world. Because this music that I heard tonight will help a lot of people. So there's not enough artists out there talking about sobriety. It's the opposite.
It is starting to change, though. I have noticed the industry is starting to kind of go in the sobriety route, but you're absolutely correct. The majority of it is glorifying it more so than talking about how we're going through issues with it.
And mental health plays a big role.
100%. We wouldn't turn to the substances had we not addressed the mental health issues to begin with.
Yep. Me and you know that all too well. So, but I want to talk to you after the live.
Of course.
Okay. But everybody here, thank you for being a part of this stream. Jeremy, thank you for being here. Amanda Panda, thank you for being here. I'm gonna try to get RDM on Discord, so we can have a celebrity on Discord if he's willing to, come on Discord.
Yeah, I love that.
If you guys have any questions about what rehab is like and how to, go through it, and how to handle it, maybe he can answer those questions behind the scenes. That's if he chooses to. What I'm saying?
I'd love to. Yeah. No, that would be awesome. I'm an open book when it comes to me, and any question you got to ask. And, you know, I wear my life on my sleeves.
That's amazing because before you used to not be an open book. So that's a real change. That's a real change right there. Hearing you say that's amazing. That is beautiful, bro. That is beautiful.
Thank you.
And maybe in Discord, let me check my email real quick before you go anywhere. Kevin, I am proud of you, bro. I am proud of you.
Thank you. You as well.
Okay.
I'm really proud of you for how far you've come.
Mr. Tom, I got your email. I just got it. I got your email. So I'll reply to you. Okay. I'll reply to your email. So, if you need to have a conversation, Ms. Tom, what I'll do is I'll email you right after this live with my contact info, which it'll be easier that way. So I like communicating with people outside of YouTube and Discord and stuff. So, but Kevin, thank you for coming up, sharing your story. Chat, thank you for being here, everybody. Friday night, I will be live. Well, I'll be live tomorrow night too. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but Friday night I will have a live talking about DV and survivors of DV, and I'll have a couple of guests on panel talking about it, discussing it. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So tomorrow is Thursday. So I will go live Thursday, but Friday is an important live. So, but with that being said, and this is one of the reasons why you'll hear the outro song. It is Chat GPT done. You'll hear the song. All right. With that being said, All Things Serious is out, my friends.
Let's talk about the mind for a minute. The kind of battles fought, you don't just win it. It's a war zone inside, no camouflage. Every thought's a grenade, sitting ready to barrage. Growing up, they said man up, but never speak up. So I bottled it all, like a shaking soda cup. Pressure building inside, I could feel it crack. But the world outside only sees the mask, not the fact. Depression knocking at the door, anxiety's my guest. They invited themselves in, now I'm under duress. But mental health ain't a weakness, it's the strength to own. Every scar, every tear, every struggle we've honed.
It's okay not to be okay. Don't let anyone take your light away. In the darkness, you'll find your voice. Speak your truth, make your choice. It's okay not to be okay. Don't let anyone take your light away. In the darkness, you'll find your voice. Speak your truth, make your choice.
Seamless like a shadow, it follows you around. But I'm breaking the silence, gonna tear it down. Got therapy sessions, journaling pages, finding peace in the chaos, flipping life stages. Self-love's a journey, not a destination. Gotta navigate the pitfalls, find your elevation. No shame asking for help, we all need a hand. Together we rise like a hip-hop band. So let's rewrite the narrative, redefine the game. Mental health ain't just a buzzword, it's our flame. Illuminate the darkness, spark the conversation. All things serious and mental health, a powerful nation.